You are welcome to our channel. Don't forget to like, to share, and also to subscribe. In the news, Federal High Court halts NNAMDI KANU's trial to decide on admissibility of disputed evidence. The Federal High Court in Abuja has paused proceedings in the ongoing trial of NNAMDI KANU, leader of the banned indigenous people of Biafra (IPOB), to rule on whether key evidence presented by the federal government can be admitted. According to Vanguard Nigeria, Justice James Omotosho made the decision after hearing argument from the prosecution's counsel, Suraj Saida, SAN, and KANU's lawyer, Paul Erekoro, SAN. The court ordered a trial within a trial after KANU rejected certain statements the prosecution sought to tender, claiming they were obtained under duress. KANU alleged that officials from the Department of State Services (DSS) denied him access to his lawyers, threatened to withhold bail, deprive him of daily outdoor exercise despite his health condition, and pressured him to make statements against former President Goodluck Jonathan and ex-Imo State Governor Rochas Okorocha. He also said videos recording presented in court were edited. However, the DSS operative who testified for the government denied all claims, insisting KANU was treated fairly, provided bottled water, and spoke voluntarily during interviews. The witness said he was surprised by the allegations, stating no coercion or threats were used. Justice Omotosho is now set to determine whether KANU's statements were voluntary, a decision that will shape the direction of the trial moving forward. KANU's trial remains one of the most close-watched legal battles in Nigeria, drawing significant political and public attention. The trial of Nnamdi Kanu has been extended beyond normal. This man has been in custody for so long, and it seems as if the security agencies are busy infringing on his rights. He's supposed to have gone through this trial long ago, and then the whole trial should be done with. But then, what the government is saying is outrightly, different from the matter. It doesn't seem as if the government is willing to release the man because of the situations and the circumstances that are surrounding his reasons for his agitation and why the government had to arrest him. While Nnamdi Kanu was out, he was the head of indigenous people of Biafra, and what they are simply asking for is a referendum for the southeastern part of Nigeria to break away from the whole part of Nigeria. And then, because of the constitution, which has said that Nigeria will remain an indivisible entity, and they are standing on that and using that to pressure KANU to renege on his planned agitation for a secession. And if you could remember, right from about 50 years ago now, that the southeastern part of Nigeria have been trying to break off from the entity called Nigeria. And then the then leadership of Nigeria had refused them. And up till now, this Hydra-headed monsters has raised its ugly head again. I think about 10, 15 years ago again through this IPOP, and they have insisted that they want to go. Now, there are certain things we need to put into perspective. Number one, of course, if they want to go, they have a constitutional right. They should allow them to go. And if they are not going to allow them to go, of course, let them spill it out for them rather than, putting the man through a lot of rigor. Of course, we won't rule out the fact that while the man was outside too, there are so many issues that are surrounding the agitation. Many policemen were killed because some set of miscreants who are non-state actors looking for an opportunity hide under the umbrella of IPOB and begin to unleash mayhem to Nigerians, especially in the southeastern part of the country. In fact, there was one that was staying in Philippines, issuing orders, telling Easterners not to come out on a particular day. They may just decide a public holiday if they like. They declare it at home any at will. And it even got to a point that nobody goes out every Monday again. And anybody who make attempt to go out, they are killed. If they are truly fighting for the, secession and the liberation of their people and their region, Why do they start killing these same people? Because I don't know, peradventure they were granted this secession. Who will they rule over? Who are the people that will call themselves Easterners? Is it the miscreants that are already taking over the stage and are, shooting guns and have access to all weapons and the likes, and they are already causing unnecessary mayhem? Not too long ago, a news research, carried it and said over 7 trillion, 7.6 trillion was lost to in the southeastern part of the country due to the sit-at-home order on Monday by Biafra. Now, what do we want to bring out of that? I'm not saying they should not fight even for their right, but they should not also destroy their homes before they eventually get the independence they are looking for. Because it got to a point, even the people in Southeast became weary and tired of the IPOB. They even want them to go and they don't want to even leave Nigeria anymore. That's on one side. On another side, there are some other set of people whose livelihood, investment, and all their life have lived in the western part of Nigeria. Their investment, their everything, all they know. Even their children might not even know the southeastern part of the country. Such people too don't really buy the idea of secession and going, because they know if they decide to move out today, these businesses become another man's businesses, and they will need to start again to establish themselves in the eastern part of the country. Maybe will be bearing the name Biafra. They now become a foreigner in a country in where before they are full-fledged citizens, they can move to any area they desire. Now they will now have to go and queue and be getting passports and visa and permission before they can enter this very particular country called Nigeria. So all these factors, if they put them side by side, to a large extent, and NNAMDI KANU might not really get a 50% support of Easterners from the look of things. But the one that is appalling is the fact that those miscreants, the not do well people, those are beginning to unleash a lot of mayhem. The armed robbers, the kidnappers, the ritual killers, they now started doing whatever they like with reckless abandon, and that has affected that eastern part of the country. So I think is the reason why the federal government has refused to release KANU, believing that putting him in detention has, reduced the tension within the country, and also been able to silence all these his foot soldiers and the likes. But then, as they were trying him and they begin to say no, he was being tried, and then when he was being questioned, it was under coercion. The judge asked to ask a trial within trial in order to get new evidence, and then with the new evidence now, the judge will now determine whether to admit it or not so that the trial can continue. Just keep your fingers crossed to listen to more information as the proceeding continue in court. Don't forget to like, to share, and also to subscribe to our channel. Thank you.